And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Grade A Power Plays. I'm your boy, Grade A Fantasy. Man, we've been on a roll, but we got a little shafted over the weekend, man. Saturday, the show that I put on Saturday was looking great. Things were looking amazing. And then injury afoot. There was Jake Sanderson could have had us completing our our PPQB parlay, but it just didn't go through. There it is right there. Jake Sanderson unfortunately got hurt in the beginning of the game. Well, after the first period, and never came back. Pronounced day to day. He is now week to week, which is why we have our cover boy on this, and we'll lead right into that after we go over the weekend preview and even the Friday preview. Let's go over a few things that night. We didn't get some of the power plays from there. Patrick Kane, Sam Reinhart. I think we went over this or whatever, so we could just go over the Saturday stuff. Yeah, we go over the Saturday stuff. The round robin hit, but we did just get one leg. Like I said, if Sanderson would have came through, man, it would have been a huge payday. But $30 wager turned to $91.80, so we missed one leg, times it by 3. Shifey gets on the power play. Velarde gets on the power play. Morrissey gets on the power play. As we keep going up, Ottawa didn't get nothing. Ottawa pretty much smashed. They got the opportunity. They just didn't cash in. Ottawa pretty much smashed Seattle. I think it was 7-3 or 7-4 that day. What was it? 7-4, 5-on-5 totally. But we did get some Uri Slavkovsky that day. We got some Alexander Nikishin. Like I said, I was waiting for the confirmation news. He opened up at plus 800, but they go to 650. Seth Jarvis was part of that, plus 200. And that's pretty much it. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yes, we had some power plays yesterday. I said, hey, it's Boston. That ended up from a dull game, and it had a deciding third period. But in the second period, we got Yegor Chinakhov. I boosted him plus 480. Remember, there was going to be some high power play values for power play 1 because Crosby's injured, and now Marcus suspended for 5 games. So, took Chinakhov, got Carlson, and I took Carlson's assist. And now we're into today. So, basically, by the time this gets posted, it's going to be about 40-something minutes. So if anybody gets to this, I hope you do see some of these ideas I want to talk about. First, we'll get to Columbus. I'm taking the whole power play unit. Even Werenski's over 200, so I'll take it plus 210, plus 300 for Fantilli, plus 250 for Marchenko. Corliss plus 390, plus 390 for also Mason Marchment. I also took a pairing. Fantilli plus 140 with Marchment. That top line, very efficient. Mason Marchment has quietly had a solid season, especially playing on that first line with the lack of defense that LA has, and it's Forsberg at net. Before I move on to these other games and want to talk about Washington and the power play quarterback QB and parlay that I want to do, I do have an idea that I want to spread out, and I really do think in the last 10 games, there's been at least 3, maybe 4, that top line has resulted in multiple points. I remember I did this one year, and it paid off lovely with Nashville against San Jose. So at home, and even if they do get some people back, I think Byfield is back, Dowdy, but that top line is still bad. It's still bad. LA's defense is still bad. The Columbus Blue Jackets, that top line with Werenski, they're probably going to see the mid-6. And that's just less of a resistance from the top line with Kopitar, Kempe. So what I'm looking at here is that top line to just strictly go off. So 2 points for Marchenko, 2 points Fantilli, and then, yes, I'm going for Marchment. I really think that top line has been playing well in their last 10 games. And I really think that before you can go off on anything else, I really think we can really take advantage of that and come up on that. So since we already took the point for them and their power play correlated, and it's a great power play, so there's a chance that we can get them correlating on a power play and correlating 5-on-4, which they do very well, because there's a lot of times that if Werenski doesn't, even though Werenski is very dominant, he does assist on some of the top lines props. So it'll be like Werenski, Fantilli, Marchenko, something like that. But this top line has has definitely fully correlated on one goal multiple times. Their consistency of doing that makes me feel real good in this situation. So we'll start off with Fantilli and Marchment. And not only that, we'll take them for their singles as well. I really think these are possible. We'll take the singles off. Then we'll go for the pair. Plus 800 if they get. It's plus 800 if they get 2 points each. Let's keep the bet slip in there. And then we'll take off Marchment, and then we'll go Marchenko. Plus 455. Let me go for singles here. And we'll go Marchenko. And then we'll go for this power play combination. And then we'll just keep that in there. And then we'll go Marchenko. And then we'll just put Marchment there. Plus 650. There you go. I think I'm ready for my game that starts. By the time this is posted, like I said, 40 minutes or so. This has that one feeling that last season of Nashville, San Jose. This definitely has that. And looking back at the last 10 games, there's a lot of consistency with that top line. Being at home, they get the last change. They can get set down. They can get the matchup of the bottom six, even the mid six. Any matchup that they get, we already know that. Obviously, you'll just want to stay away from the Kopitar line as much as you can. But ever since Panarin's been there, the defensive rating has gone down. So even the Kopitar line, it's just that the Kopitar line with probably Mikey Anderson and Drew Doughty might have the most resistance, but they're not stopping anything. Plus, it's a great power play. I really do see a combination of getting some of this on a power play and then getting something else on a 5-on-5, and it goes from there. I honestly do believe it can happen that way. So we're fully invested in that. Next game, we'll just mention it real fast because it's not really much, but having little issues right here. Let's get back on point. Here we go. We got Calgary on the road against Washington. Point-wise, once again, this is another one where I think I'm taking everything for the power play. Everything's still in decent odds. Strome, 200. Chikrin, 210. Alexander Ovechkin, 220. Tom Wilson, 240. Ryan Leonard, 340. These lines have not changed. This is the same notes that I took from this morning. So this hasn't changed at all. That's all I'm really into with Washington. And then let's get into our cover boy and the late night hammer, but it's just not so late. 9:10 Eastern. Tim Stützle. We're taking them full power play. Tim Stützle, plus 195. Brady Tkachuk, plus 210. I knew somebody was going to get over 200 because guess what? The power play didn't do anything last, so it was going to go up a little bit. When I wanted them, what was it? When I picked them on Saturday, Tkachuk and Stützle were both under 200, but Timmy Stu gets closer to 200. Brady Tkachuk goes over 200 because the power play didn't cash in. Drake Batterson is plus 260. Dylan Cousins plus 280. And in his place, I'm boosting. I'm using the daily boost plus 468. It's plus 390 regularly, but plus 468 on Tomas Chabot. I also took Chabot's assist plus 125. Like I said, Chabot is he's no scrub. He's just, just a power play 2 quarterback. But you can basically say he's their second best defenseman. And you wasn't going to get like a plus 165, plus 175. This is not that situation. Plus, Chabot has been playing. He hasn't really been hurt since earlier in the season. So his point is still negative. This ain't one of those where we could capitalize and go point and assist like plus 125, plus 175 assists, plus 185 assists. No, we can't do that in this situation. This is a well-known player, and getting his assists, like I said, he's not as aggressive as Jake Sanderson shooting. So, like I said, definitely getting the assist is definitely a good look on him. Again, that plus 125 is no issue. Then, like I said, we did our crazy 2-pick parlay with the Fantilli, Mason Marchment. We took these guys individually. So we're going to hope that's going to start right now. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Let's hope something comes in for the power play, the PPQB parlay. Nothing too crazy. The round robin offers 400. As you can see right there, at least everybody's 200 and better. You don't have nobody like really low, bringing it down. And then, of course, the parlay itself is 470. So we'll see. The party starts in basically 40 minutes. Right now, when I'm recording this, we're about 50 minutes away. So yeah, by the time this is up, 40 minutes away for the afternoon game. This is a snow makeup game. So I'll definitely be watching this on the way home. Thank you for tuning in once again. This is your boy, Grade A Fantasy. Let's hit a complete round robin parlay combination. We're getting so close. Does it happen tonight? Let's see. This is your boy, Grade A Fantasy, and I'm signing off.